Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mac William, and I am doing a game replay commentary of my most recent game in Wargame European Escalation. It's one where I'm pretty clutch. I'm playing as Warsaw Pact, starting from Alpha here. My teammate is completely useless throughout the entire game. He gets his entire army pretty much devastated, and both his command vehicles and stuff. He's just really stupid at the beginning. We'll show that when it happens. It's pretty sad, but through some pretty good gameplay, I managed to completely destroy my opponent, and stuff goes well for me. And this NATO player here decides to just camp and turtle up. Like the British faggot that he is. He uses pretty much 100% almost all British units through this entire game. And he just sits there and shoots anything that comes down this road, which my teammate is happy to oblige him and keep sending things down the road for him to shoot. But he never decides to, like, I don't know, go out and attack and capture all this stuff and ruin the day for us. But yeah. So anyway, here's a brief review of what units I am using. I have 2 platoons of 2 of these ZSU 23-4 Afghanskis, which are pretty much identical in stats to the Warsaw Pact's it's like standard. I think it's like the default anti-aircraft gun that they have. It's pretty much identical in stats and 5 points cheaper, which is pretty nifty. You find this under vehicles. It's classified as a sport vehicle, as opposed to the anti-aircraft gun version of this, which is found under support and classified as an anti-aircraft vehicle. Exact same weapons, exact same caliber, exact same range, exact same accuracy, all that stuff is all the same for 5 points cheaper, which is nice. So I recommend getting it, so they can do the exact same shit. I have 2 command vehicles. My plan is to abandon Alpha, use a command vehicle that would have secured Alpha to secure Bravo, guard it with 2 of my Afghanskis, so command vehicle up Delta, guard it with 2 of my Afghanskis, while the rest of my army pushes up into Foxtrot and pretty much just, you know, rape faces the entire time. That's the plan. It basically goes like that. I don't really care about that unless the enemy moves into there. I'm not gonna try and hold it. I just want to keep it simple. Delta and Bravo. And see how it goes. Alright. Start off. Speed it up a little bit. Sending all my guys off. Do my thing. Let's make it so it's what I see. There we captured Hotel, I captured Bravo. I captured Delta, but then they brought their comm vehicle. They brought their comm vehicle up here. So it's neutral, because we both have a comm vehicle in there. So I'm like slightly concerned now. I think they have like troops and stuff in here, like guarding a comm vehicle, like in here, but they don't. I don't realize that. I don't know why they don't. Because they just kind of have a comm vehicle sitting here holding the front line by itself. Which is like, why the fuck would you do that? Okay, so let's slow it down. Because we're about to watch my teammate just do horrible, horrible things. Oh yeah, he's also got like 4 of those other cars, like, in 1 platoon. Don't do that. That's stupid. These guys aren't even armed. They've no benefit from having more than 1 guy in a platoon. It just makes them easier to see. They want 1 guy who's hard to see, and then he can still do his job with his very good optics and spot stuff. But he dies. He's just traveling down the road. It's kind of hard to miss a Jeep just traveling down the road. Brings up the snipers. Just a nice antenna. They would get shot down. can't tell I'm being sarcastic. Oh yeah, these T-64 BVs, use them. They're, I find they tend to be, underestimated because they have T and 6 and 4 on them. They have a frontal armor of 10. Yeah, that's 10. 10 front armor, and a gun with 8 accuracy and 9 AP power. Oh, that's like really similar statistics-wise to, like, I don't know, a T-80. Which is pretty fucking expensive. These guys are pretty fucking expensive too, but they're cheaper than T-80s and better than T-72s. You wanna know why? Because they have shitty fuel efficiency. But you know what? If you play them right, they're well worth it. These tanks are very cost-effective. They're a very cost-effective heavy tank, and I suggest getting them as Warsaw Pact. They also have the typical T-80Us, because these tanks are awesome as well. We were storming those woods, which I thought was more resistance from infantry or something, which is why I brought up my, I have my scouts like figure out what's up there. I have 2 T-80Us and 2 and you got a badass name. You think something called Starship would be really awesome. They are just cannon fodder from good target practice right there. Got some Flak Panzers to kill. Yay. Some more Flak Panzers. Will they make it? Oh, I don't know. Can they make it? Will they survive? Oh, one down. Can he make it? He loves his family. He's just had a kid. Oh, no. This kid without a father, which I'm excited I saw Cobra. And I didn't know this at the time, but this is just the shitty-ass rocket pod Cobra. Because I did not quite memorize which AH1 letter is which. And I was focusing on giving orders to my units at this time to, like, go hide in trees and stuff to look at which Cobra it was, because I didn't think anyone was stupid enough to bother buying the default lowest tech level Cobra with just rocket pods, because those don't kill tanks. I realized when I saw that Cobra that I had my my Tungusta. This was a very stupid mistake on my part, and if he had actually bought Cobras with ATGMs, I probably would have been a little fucked. But he didn't, and he just bought the rocket pod Cobras, so I'm not too much of a danger. My recon vehicles are in danger because they don't have armor, and they can get fucked up by the rocket pods. But my tanks they're fine. They might get, like, stunned and scared, but they'll live. And the Saracens aren't going to do anything to my tanks when my tanks are stunned and scared, because they have 7.62mm machine guns. So my tanks are fine. If they had brought in the ATGM equipped Cobras, I would have been a little screwed, because my anti-aircraft guns are way back here. I've done this mistake more than once. I have to admit that I forget to bring my AA guns up. And I've seen other people do this too, and I have exploited it. And it's something you have to be careful with, because anti-aircraft guns kind of sometimes are faster than your, like, tanks and shit. And then if you move them up with your tanks, they might get ahead of them and then get destroyed by enemy tanks. Or if you, like, decide to bring them in behind your army, which is kind of a smarter thing to do, then you might... I forget sometimes, and other people have forgotten to bring them up, and then you'll get, like, 2 or 3 kilometers ahead of your AA vehicles, and then they bring in their helicopters to fuck up all your tanks and stuff. But fortunately here it doesn't screw me over. Got this nice little road, my Tungustas to and we'll see here that this Cobra just decides to fly over these woods and just get the machine gun out of it. Bam. You notice that that's a pattern. He calls in another Cobra. My Tungusta shot that Cobra down. This Cobra flies over to these woods. Bam. That missile totally would have fucking killed me, but my tanks wanted some of the glory too. Then my tanks just want to take all the glory, and this guy's just like, dude, I totally had that. Just relax. It's my job. An AA vehicle. Just let me have that much at least. But my T-80s are just like, fuck that shit. This game is mine. Here I'm just like, I'm gonna call Havoc. They're running gunships, and you know what? That's a good idea. There's that common vehicle that I saw before. I saw him, and I was like going after chase him, but then these leopards destroyed my recon vehicle. I was upset. And maybe leopards must die. Which they did. It's very sad. But now I'm going to hunt down a command vehicle. I'm going to kill some command vehicles. Go, army, go. They're hungry. They're hungry for command vehicles worth 230 points. I want it hard. I want it bad. But yeah, it was pretty nifty because my opponent bought 2 extra fobs. I have no idea why, because he didn't have any artillery, and the only reason you could ever need 2 whole fucking extra fobs. This guy got artillery. He bought like 1 extra fob. Czechoslovakian infantry. While we're on it, we'll talk about this Czechoslovakian infantry squad, because I don't see too many people use these guys, and I think they're pretty awesome. They are the Vasadkari, and they're pretty fucking cost effective. With a 7 accuracy with their AK-47s. I know it's technically like a VZ-58, whatever the fuck. It's the Czechoslovakian version of AK-47. And 8 accuracy with the RPGs, which is pretty fucking awesome. That's pretty good accuracy. That makes them pretty comparable to the French Chaussée Famas squads. And they're cheaper. Yeah! They're pretty awesome. I like them. Very cost effective. The default version of their APC doesn't have a gun on it, but you can just get upgraded versions of it, and it has varying degrees of powerful guns on their APC. So, they're pretty good. I like them. They use Polish APCs, I think. I think maybe some of the more upgraded ones are maybe Czechoslovakian. But they use Polish APCs, and they're a Czechoslovakian rifle squad. They're pretty badass. I like them. They get shit done. For a good cost. Back to the game. Right now I'm just getting pissed. These guys are just slowing me down. Bam! Destroyed by awesome tanks of awesomeness. Okay. Right now they're just slowing me down. I'm just like, god damn it. I lost that comm vehicle. Destroyed by tanks. They got a missile off though. And then I guess in his death he pointed it at the sun. So my TA's got kind of hurt by those infantry units a little bit. One almost died. So yeah, I bought a recon helicopter. I saw that the command vehicle went up into these woods here, because I was like, great, now the recon vehicle's up in the woods. Or the comm vehicle's up in the woods. Need a recon helicopter so I can find that bitch and fucking kill it. And I stumbled across these Fusiliers with it. And he brought more reinforcements, and they are coming in right in front of my T-64 BVs and T-80Us. And now my recon vehicle found their command vehicle, which is awesome. And I decided, you know what, sounds like a job for the Havoc. So I bring up my Havoc because clearly they don't have AA, because he's still here. So I bring up my Havoc. Bam. 3 rockets, and it's dead. All those 122mm rockets. They get shit done. He only has 10 of them, but they get shit done. He fired an ATGM, didn't even need to. So I hunted down that he's got another one in here, it's probably his allies, and I anticipate he's got like infantry in here, some tanks, he's lobbing artillery shells, he's gonna hold the defense here. I'm just like, this is just gonna put up resistance. I did my little probe, we killed the comm vehicle, we're good. Let's go to Charlie, because I pretty much destroyed like the vast majority of this guy's forces going up through here and doing that. So his resistance can only be so much at Charlie. Of course, he does have a reinforcement point, so I know he can bring in some more stuff, but I know he called in like 4 of those Cobras. And that was like his oh shit moment. I bought like 4 starships, 2 flak panzers, and 4 cobras, and then some more like challengers, or not challengers, chieftains. So yeah, I know he's spent most of his money, and he can probably really only afford to like effectively use infantry, which is good for Trolley. Trolley has a lot of woods in it. Infantry would be effective here, and I know this, and so I'm kind of concerned. I'm taking my time to use these nice American fobs that I stole to refill ammo, fuel, and repair. So let's fast forward through that. Basically what happens here is my teammates just keep sending guys to just die. That is all you need to know about what's going on over here throughout the entire game. He sends guys to die. What happened right here? Alright. I missed this. I'm sorry guys, I always fast forward through this part and then I missed this. What happened right here was he sent in a squad of like or 2 or 4 squads of those French ATGM Milan guys, the French anti-tank guys with the ATGMs. He sent those guys in here looking for my command vehicle. Sound strategy. They ran into these Afghan skis and got fucked by the quad 23 mils. That is 8 23mm cannons just fucking tearing into your infantry squad at like point blank range. They died. Alright, that's all you need to know about what happened there. Here's a little something. I spot these guys. I decide to let my Havoc kill them. My recon helicopter decides it wants to land because I stopped giving it orders, and the change altitude thing needs to be fixed because you can't fucking tell what fucking altitude you're changing to. So yeah, then I take them off again so that my Havoc can see these guys and start shooting at them again. And then I freak the fuck out because 3 Rolands just waltzed out of these woods, and my Havoc and MI9 are right fucking there. But you know what? I decide to fucking go balls of fury on these Rolands and let my Havoc try to do its best to kill them. Let's watch how that plays out. So Havoc okay, what happened there? 2 missiles got fired. This guy blew up. He was one of the guys that launched a missile. His missile blew up when he died because nothing was guiding it anymore. Even though it's an infrared missile and it should be fire and forget, so it should still keep going. Well, at least it says it's infrared. Let me see. No, it's radar. Okay, so it's radar guided. So yeah, it blows up after he dies because there's nothing left to guide it. The other missile, I believe, was fired by this middle guy. And it went about as far as the other one did when it blew up, and then went like, I don't know, 12 yards further, and then just disappeared. I have no idea why, but I'm glad it did. Keep going. Another missile. Ooh, close. Up with the rockets. Get some stuns in. Fucking glorious stuns. ATGM. Boom. 1 more left. He's still stunned. He's like, what the fuck, get me out of here. Boom, ATGM. Gone. Havoc helicopter. 1 Havoc helicopter just destroyed 3 Rolands. I love this guy. He gets like planet medals. I don't fucking know what medals the Soviets fucking gave their units, but whatever like the highest one is, this guy gets it. I loved him for that. I was freaking out. I thought this Havoc was totally dead, and that's like 165 points to the enemy when my fucking ally is just throwing away points to him for free, and we are barely ahead. And the 165 points would have been fucking just shitty to give to the enemy, and I would have lost my Havoc, which is fucking badass. I love Havocs. Okay. now that I kind of probed them with my helicopters and whatnot, bring my tanks up, and I see these guys coming. I'm like, MI9, get the fuck out of there. They got gas. So they start shooting at him. I gave him the order to pull away fast enough. And he takes some damage from the Gatling guns, but he gets away. And then I bring my tanks up into these bushes, keep them a little bit hidden, and start to bring my Tunguska up to cover my tanks from these gunships, which aren't too much of a threat to my tanks, but I just want they'll be pests. Be pesky and stun my tanks and shit. Something else could happen. Something comes out of these woods and blows them the fuck up. Like, tanks are stunned by the rocket pods on these helicopters. I don't want that happening. So I just leave my tanks to wait here for a little bit, wait for this Tunguska to come up. And then he decides to come out and launch a counterattack of some kind. I don't know what he's planning to do. Ships. Yeah, all you NATO players out there, Hueys are not bulletproof. I'm sorry to say it. They are not bulletproof. These machine guns, I believe, took 2 of them out, and then just Tunguska got one. So these tanks have shot down more helicopters than the Tunguska has. So, that's pretty fucking sweet. Bring up my Havoc and my MI9 again. I see this. I'm just like, it's a Flak Panzer. I'm not concerned. Havoc, kill. French piece of shit is gone. I'm trying to be careful because I know that there was a VAP there, so there's probably infantry squads, something like that. I just don't want to throw my tanks in there. I want to try and spawn them with the MI9. Not seeing anything, so I decide to bring my tanks up, try to probe through these woods with my tanks while using my MI9 to try and spot stuff and see if there's any ambush. Here, we hear guns, and I heard those guns, and I immediately knew that something was shooting at my helicopters. I didn't know which one, and I was kind of freaking out and looking for these tracers to figure out where my helicopters were getting shot from. And I spotted them as they were shooting at my Havoc. Right about here, I gave orders for my Havoc. I'm scared pantless right now because my Havoc is getting shot the fuck up. He's stunned. His transaxial's been hit. He's freaking out. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Tank saved the day. Bam! Whew, that was a close one. This pilot owes everyone in this tank crew is like a fucking case of beer. Fucking everyone gets vodka from this guy. This guy owes all these guys vodka. Because the tanks just saved the ATGM infantry. One thing I want to say about ATGM infantry is don't get them. They suck. Because ATGM infantry is just a long-range version of the laws that riflemen carry. And long-range battle between an infantry squad and a tank. Tanks don't do it. Don't even do it. When you're engaging tanks with infantry, always use riflemen and put them like farther back in the woods and engage tanks in like point range combat, where you get maximum effectiveness with those laws, and the tanks can't see well, they can't maneuver well, all that kind of stuff. Because in long range combat, tanks are going to kill your infantry every single time. One exception might be like Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers are like the one ATGM infantry I might get because they are just hardcore. They have 10 accuracy with their G3s, so they're very good at taking out enemy infantry. You know, they're more accurate than most with their ATGMs, but still don't engage them at like the maximum range of those ATGMs. Wait for them to get closer, get better accuracy, keep those ATGMs on hold until the enemy tanks get closer. Try to stay hidden. Then when they get close enough, move up, pop out, and try and get some shots off. You're going to take heavy casualties anyway. You probably still lose, but I think Panzer Grenadiers are pretty much the only ATGM infantry to even consider, because they are very good heavy infantry. But mostly I would say stay away from ATGM infantry. Spotted that command vehicle for some reason. Just like, gotta kill it. So I got my MI9. Hunted down this but it's dead, that's all I care about. So, shit continues over here. This guy, at any point in the game, just moved up, taken all this shit out. He just doesn't. I don't know why. I have no idea why he just has a shit ton of just BMP words. Sending BMPs. Don't know why. Alright, the game's kind of winding down. We're about to win. It's a 3,000 point game. We have 2720. They have 2108. So, yeah. It's looking like I'm gonna win. My allies not getting big enough point stuff to throw down there to die for them to catch up fast enough. Basically I'm just going to bring my army back up to Foxtrot, refuel, refit, scout around here, and look for stuff to kill, and finish the game. Despite the fact that my ally was a complete and total idiot, and sent his entire army to die, we win this. These Cobras are going to be the winning kills.